welcome back to our channel and hello to Dream It Do It fan in
Sawadika.
Malaysia. Yeah, today we are proud to present a big businessman who has successful in the supplementary business. Welcome, Mr. Richman. Thank you for being our guest.
Sawadika.
สวัสดี
สวัสดีครับสบายดีไหม
สวัสดี
Wow, we can speak Thai.
นิด
Yes.
หน่อย
He is so nice here.
Yeah.
He is businessman คุณฟิน
It's my great pleasure to be here. It's my great pleasure to address your audience.
We are so appreciable.
My great pleasure. ยินดีครับ
Yeah, and we would like you to introduce yourself and to tell us about your business.
You bet. My name is Brett Richman. I am 64 years old. I was in the nutritional business and herbal business for 27 years. Prior to that, I was acting. I was an actor in Hollywood. I used to do a rather famous TV show called Days of Our Lives. Days of Our Lives is what we call a soap opera. It's on every day, 5 days a week for an hour. And I played a rather smooth Italian character who was kind of a ladies' man, kind of not a ladies' man, kind of a guy who was charming in the restaurant business. One day my mom called me and she needed some help in her business. And I said, Mama, I'm an actor. I don't know your business. I'll do what I can to help you. I'll come in for a couple months. I'll help organize your business. And then we'll get somebody to handle that. And I'll go back to being an actor. I joined her business for 2 months, I thought. And 27 years later, I sold that business. I started in the warehouse. I started in the most low position possible so that I could learn everything about that business. I started what we call bulking vitamins. I would take large amounts of vitamins and pour them into smaller boxes and ship them all around America. My mama had had this business for 13 years. It was doing $2 million a year. And by the time I left 27 years later, we were doing $15 million a year. So I had grown that business 7 times. I think what I'd like to discuss with your audience, and particularly the younger audience who watch this show, is that you have to find what you love doing. You have to find what you do best. You have to always allow other people to do what they do best and let you do what you do best. Surround yourself with a network of people that can help support your dreams. Everybody has dreams. Everybody has something they can be best at. And I think all of our jobs as young individuals is to find what you do best. Sometimes our parents tell us things to do. Sometimes our schooling tells us things to do. Sometimes our temples tell us things to do. Sometimes our friends tell us things to do. What I want you to do is I want you to do what burns inside of your soul. The things you're most passionate about are what you're going to do best. You know,
This is the most important.
that's what you're willing to work hardest for. Also, I think if you can find things that have some sort of humanity attached, if you have some sort of way in which you're making the world a better place, I think people who just chase money, I think they have to be chameleons. Chameleon is like that lizard that changes its color. Whenever it's around green things, it becomes green. Whenever it's around brown things, it becomes brown. Whenever it's around tan things, it becomes tan. There are a lot of business people like that. There are a lot of business people who will do anything to make money. I think that's the road to big problems. I think do what you do best. Do what you're passionate about. Do what burns in your soul. Do what keeps you up at night thinking. Do the things that haunt you. That's what you're going to do best. And believe me, it's not about letting people down. Be proud of yourself. If you do what's going to make you proud of yourself, your mom and dad are going to be proud of you too. Your mom and dad love you, and they want you to be happy. And if you do what you do best, if you do what makes you the best individual, that's what's going to make them happy too. So, pursue your dreams. Work very hard. Don't get me wrong, it's not all about dreams. You have to work hard. You have to have vision. You have to see yourself doing it. If you can't see yourself doing it, you'll never do it. Don't let anybody tell you no. If somebody tells you no, ask them what can you say yes about. Ask them how can you help me. Surround yourself with a network of individuals. who are bright, caring individuals who have the same plan, who have the same vision you do. Not everybody's supposed to do the same work. So, my business was about creating new nutritional products. When I first went to Asia, most of Asia was selling B complexes, vitamin C, calcium, and fish oil. When I left 27 years later, they were selling prostate products, cholesterol products, women's menstrual cramping products, brain products, beauty products, weight loss products, sex products, sports nutrition, all sorts of things that they had a different makeup. They had a different concept of healing. I thought that everybody has a different body. I thought that we all have different histories in terms of medical histories. Our parents give us certain things in our genes. We all have different chemical makeups. So I had to make products that would work in everybody. How do you make a product for somebody who's old, somebody who's young, women, kids, heavy set, thin? Products that work good for everybody, you have to have multifaceted, multi-ingredient, mega dose products. I was the first guy to do that in Asia.
Wow.
And that was what made me famous. What made me famous was changing the complexity of the nutritional business here in Asia. Did I ever feel like I was working? Never. I was doing what I loved doing.
Because you do it from passion.
And I made the world a better place. I felt like I was making a difference. If you feel like you're making a difference in people's lives, it's almost a sad, bittersweet existence. You're constantly moved by people's struggles, but you also feel like you're part of the solution. If you become part of the solution to humane issues, you will make more money than you ever made in your life. So, follow your heart, be good to other people, don't chase money, and you'll make more money than you ever imagined.
Wow.
This is the main thing for.
Yes, follow your heart. Right?
And do it better than anybody else. Don't think that just because you're passionate about something that you'll be good at it. You have to spend the time. You have to do the work. You have to study hard. You have to surround yourself. This is something not many young people are doing today. They're not surrounding themselves with mentors. Mentors are people who are supposed to teach us, not necessarily teach us in school, teach us in life. Sometimes it's people you never would have expected. Sometimes it's people who don't look like the classic business people that are going to give you the greatest lessons. For example, my African friends in the jungle. They have very little education at all, and yet they are more focused, more able to do what they do because they've been doing it for 5 generations. Their great-grandfathers and great-grandfathers before them did the same thing. This is what they were raised to do, and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They have such a keen perception of things. I used to do a lot of fishing. I used to fish for fun, and I would fish with old men, and they would always tell me stories. For some reason, fishermen always have good stories. Taxi drivers always have good stories too. But I surround myself with people who can tell me good stories because it helps me be more of a man. Helps me be more of a person who can help others. So, make yourself the best you can be. Surround yourself with people who can help you. Learn your lessons well. Don't be lazy. Don't expect anybody to help you. Don't expect anybody to help you. Help others. Show them how to be. We have to set examples. We have to set examples for the youth that humanity means everything. That we have to do things to make this a better world. We have diseases in the world we never used to have. We have aviary flu, we have HIV, we have all sorts of diseases 40 years ago we never heard of because we've become irresponsible. We have environmental issues that are creating diseases in kids, certain water systems, certain pollution in certain areas because of mines or because of certain sort of gas leaks. This happens all the time. We have to clean up our world. We have to make our world a healthier place again. And that also goes back to a intellectual, mental thing as well. We have to make ourselves healthy in our minds. We have to care about human beings. We have to care about the world. We have to do our work well. don't chase money, chase goodness, and make the world a better place.
That is the main thing to do for doing business.
Absolutely. This is my thinking. I see a lot of people who get very good educations, they chase business, they chase money, but they don't know who they are. They die of heart attacks at a very young age. They're frustrated all the time. They go through 2 or 3 marriages because they can't find happiness.
What do you consider for successful in life? Not about business, but for life.
That's one of the greatest questions I've ever heard. Success is never the same for anybody else other than yourself. Success is fulfilling your dreams, quite frankly.